What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Natsume Yuujinchou Season 6, this time with Episode 10, the penultimate episode. Looking forward to this one. I don't fully remember what we saw in the preview, but I do remember seeing Natori, which is always appreciated. Looked like it was quite a chaotic episode from what I remember, but yeah, last night was pretty good. In general, I think the season has been not quite as good as the previous ones, to be honest with you. I feel like it's been consistently good, but it hasn't quite hit the heights that some of the episodes in previous seasons have hit. I actually think it started off really strong, and then kind of again like went lowered down a little bit. When I say that, like I said, it's still been really good, but it kind of peaked early on this season, didn't it? So hopefully we can maybe end strong as well. But yeah, last episode was pretty good with the whole mask situation and little piglet yeah, go, which was cool. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And as I mentioned previously, we will be moving on to the movies after this. Thank you for the comment section for letting me know that one of the movies is actually, I think, just a compilation of 2 episodes. Hence why it's lower rated than the rest of the series, because people were expecting a movie. And I probably would have been disappointed if I went and bought a... Well, that's the thing. I would have been disappointed if I went to the cinema and bought a movie ticket to realise that there's only 2 episodes. If they told you beforehand that would be the case, then you've got no reason to be disappointed. But yeah, I can maybe understand where the ratings come from in that regard. Oh, Hiragi. The others. Easy as that. I remember seeing these 2 in the preview. I don't know. Stop asking questions about this, bro. Good little yokai, good. The sealed room. That's the thing, unfortunately, with this. Now that Natori's kind of found out about the Book of Friends, he's inevitably going to be quite inquisitive of it. Not directly to Natsume, but it's not good that he would learn more about this, to be honest. He sure is. See, in Japanese, I'm pretty sure that said mansion. I wonder why I said condo. Got away from the point here a little bit, but what is a condo? I seem that seems to be quite a case that happens a lot, where condo is used for a word for pretty much like an apartment or just like a building. I've never actually really known what the true like definition of a condo is, so I think I will Google that quickly. But that's happened a few times where it's just like where they use the word condo in cases where I'd be like, why is that a condo? A condominium, an individually owned residential unit in a building or complex. So it is like an apartment. I wonder what the kind of difference is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Natsume says mansion in Japanese, or it sounds very similar. The word he uses in Japanese sounds very similar to the English word mansion, so I kind of. It's like the same thing with the subtitles changing the show. I think it was like from season 4 or 3 onwards where they started calling yokai. Um, they weren't called yokai anymore. They were called like ghosts or spirits or something, which isn't entirely accurate. And not a big issue because we can discern what they're actually kind of talking about. Well, he does already know. I just hope he likes the jam. Yeah, he did find out, unfortunately, didn't he? And again, it's natural as a human being. Human beings are naturally inquisitive, so why wouldn't he be asking other yokai and such about the Book of Friends? What do you mean you don't have any? There's one right in front of you. Oh my god, what the hell? Where'd these women spawn from? Fucking hell, bro. Ugh. See, I mean, as a guy, it's like you kind of want that, but then you kind of like that would also be very annoying. The oddly strong boy. It's quite the name. Demons, that's the word I was looking for earlier. I mean, yokai, I don't really know the true definition, but it's somewhat similar to demon, I think, but it's not exactly the same, is it? This guy, bloody forceful, isn't he? Okay. Akozaki. Ooh. See, are they called something else in Japanese, these things? Because I think we'd call them like golems or gargoyles or something. Or, yeah. I'm not sure what they would be called in Japanese. They look like that persona Shisa. The stuff like that always reminds me of Ghostbusters. Wonder if we'll see some other familiar faces. Being protected. Oh, there was just no room. Okay. Interesting. There's like a secret room somewhere. Mm. A classic book. You got to pull a book out and it opens, and the wall moves or something like that. Although there's probably something magical in this, spiritual or something in this one. Oh, that's quite generous. That's very generous, actually. But yeah, I understand where she's coming from. If you sell it and someone just randomly stumbles upon all this, could be quite dangerous for them. Generous to give it all away, though. I'd be like, yeah, you can take 50% and we'll keep 50%. So that was another thing from Persona. I recently, apparently, I forget exactly what it means, but that like mark of like a lizard or something means like to protect or something like that. I don't fully remember, but there was a meaning towards the animal that kind of being tattooed on someone. Hmm. It is, isn't it? It's a little bit kind of so eager to kind of get rid. I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say that. If she really doesn't care, then it is best that they go to someone that does value them. But it's just a shame. Tapir, little tapir elephant furry thing. I that was who I referred to earlier when I thought we might end up seeing some more familiar faces. Yeah, I can't imagine those things are just called like statues. There's got to be some kind of like Japanese special name for them, I assume. Those really cool statue-like kind of creatures. I've seen them a lot. Again, Persona. I've seen them in Digimon. There's a few Digimon kind of based off those statues, those dogs. Yeah, even more pleasant seeing you suffer. I think is what he's maybe trying to allude to there a little bit. It makes my relaxation even more relaxing. Seeing you not relax. Oh, sorry guys, my eyes are playing up a bit today. This guy's squirming over it. Did we? Change guy. That's all he had to say. You're talking too much, Iragi. Oh, it's one of those ones, isn't it, where um, because you don't want to make him worry, he knows something's up. So actually, this kind of makes him worry even more. Like I said earlier, he's going to be asking questions to little yokai and trying to figure out what the deal is without directly asking Natsume, because he knows Natsume doesn't want to talk about it. We covered that a fair few episodes ago about him discovering it and knowing Natsume didn't want to let anyone else kind of discover it or anything. But because he is such a nice guy and wants to kind of, sorry guys, my nose is a bit sniffy. I'm going to pause in a sec. Because he yeah, because he knows something's up, he inevitably wants to do something about it. And because we're not telling him now, it's just like it's one of those ones where yeah, it might actually be worse if we don't tell him about it now, because he's just going to be, the worry is just going to keep increasing on his end the more he tries to find out. Whereas this all came about because he did find out. If that never happened all those episodes ago, then things would be perfect right now. But because he got an inkling and like a slight hearing of the Book of Friends, that is, again, it's just like sowed that kind of seed of doubt and worry that is just going to inevitably kind of blossom and bloom into a big worry. So it might be best actually quelling his kind of thirst for kindness, for lack of a better word. Better to maybe nip that in the bud now and tell him about it than him continue to try and figure out and kind of look after Natsume when he doesn't really know what the kind of whole deal is. That's the thing. I don't think Natsume. I think he was like knocked out or something, wasn't he? So I'm not sure he even knows that Atori's got like an inkling about it. You could use that, Yanka. You could use that. Joe, I haven't used a skipping rope since the primary school. Good for you. Good for you. Skipping. Yeah. Old lady. I really liked her little bit of backstory we got all those episodes ago. Oh, this is a massive place, isn't it? That is a lot of money to invest, though. I don't know if I'd call that efficient. It definitely solves the problem. Yeah, sure. See you later, old lady. Got a little spunk, hasn't she? You got to kind of commend her. Oh, again, apologies, guys. I'm not sure what's going on today specifically, but my eyes are bad as they've been for a long time. Actually, been doing pretty well in that regard for a while. I used to happen quite a lot on my channel. I started taking eye drops, so they've been better. But yeah, it's probably because I had quite a tough time sleeping last night, maybe. I think you can apply that to a lot of things in life, to be honest. Like it's not just like yokai. Again, it's very much fits into the theme of certain people being able to see things and have these relationships with people, and yeah. But I think this can apply to a lot of things, not just yokai. Just like your friends starting to enjoy something that you don't enjoy so much, or that you've never heard of, or getting it like anime, for example. If your friend was getting into anime and there's and some of your other friends don't really even they think it's something crazy or childish or something. It's like you kind of drift apart in that regard and things and you spend a lot of time then doing that. Again, it happens with everything. It's like any hobby or anything like that. If you don't kind of get along over it, or you can't experience it the same way, or you can't see it in this regard, you start kind of drifting apart, and then you come to resent that thing because that's the reason why you kind of came to drift apart. And from this perspective, it's like, yeah, I totally understand your feelings towards this. But from his point of view, he was just, like you said, just having fun, just like living his life. So it's no one's fault. As I said, it's quite amazing how very specific on the yokai here, but you can literally apply this to almost anything in life. And again, rather fitting for the theme of this season, which I have liked. Again, overall, I say this is one of the weaker seasons, but I still really like the overall kind of theme of this season. So you're probably going to get a lot of money selling this place. This place is massive. I assumed that was like initially going into this. I assumed that was what was going to be the case. I assumed that people couldn't get in the study because there was like guards protecting it or something. But judging by the timing of things, I feel like this might be a two-parter because we've only got a couple minutes left. Oh shit. Bro's been snatched. Wait, so you're telling me you heard him talking? So you're telling me he was just randomly talking to himself, and that wasn't in his head? I always assume those segments where Natsume talks that's in his head. Telling me he was talking like that out loud. It's bullshit. Hey, suave as ever. Little one. Oh, he is a proper little one. Is this the place now? I mean, now it's like he already knew. Oh, you can literally hear his heart beating, man. That's a shame. He already knew. Same as he did the first time. So he's kind of bullshitting saying that, considering he kept asking the little yokai at the start of the episode, like, what's it about? It's not really pretending he knows nothing. Okay, good. Yes, this is what I want to see. Yes, yes, yes. It's not just pretend it doesn't exist. It's not just pretend there's no issue. Again, it's what I said earlier. Like it would just start festering even more within Naturi, and it's bullshit because he said like, "Oh, I'll forget you said it." He said he'll forget it when Natsume was kind of knocked out and he heard about it. Yeah, as I said, he was asking the little yokai at the start of the episode. It's just one of those. It's just natural human nature to be intrigued with stuff like that. So I'm glad this is happening because yeah, I said it all earlier, didn't I? I'm glad this is the direction it did go. It also kind of then questions the direction it goes in terms of his guardians, keeping them out of the loop with stuff like this. I mean, there's a lot less chance that they kind of figure out any yokai stuff like this. However, it does kind of now beg that question: should we tell them? It might be best to get it out there. And I'm glad this is a two-parter as well. I was hoping they'd continue this. Okay. I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping there's like an opening or ending or something in the movie. Hoping for another beautiful song. Okay, so it's got something to do with dragons. Give me a hamburger now. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, it looks like a lot's going on next episode as well. As I said, really glad this happened at the end of the episode here. It's not just a case of see no evil, hear no evil. We're actually going to be telling them now, releasing things that we've never been able to really tell any human about, like the Book of Friends and such. It's going to be really cool, and just shows how awesome Naturi and Natsume's relationship is. I love you guys know I love Naturi, not just for the voice actor. I love the voice actor. He's absolutely one of my favorites. But he adds a lot to what is just like a really awesome character in the first place, like that big brother kind of figure. And yeah, just I really liked all the character interactions today. Naturi and Natsume, the old lady and Naturi as well. I thought that was a really cool little segment here. Almost a game of like who's got the bigger balls between those two, and yeah, interesting kind of setup here. Again, really enjoyed this one. Very much looking forward to next episode. I will say probably probably the best in next episode. I'm assuming anyway. Obviously haven't seen next episode, but I'm assuming these 2 episodes are probably going to be 2 of the best that come out of this season. So yeah, super excited to see what we got next time. Let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about a couple of discussions earlier as well about the whole Natori kind of knowing about the Book of Friends and such. If you guys think that's a good idea, I very much do think it is. But I also, yeah, I think, yeah, it's best not to just like pretend it's not an issue or anything. I understand where Natsume's coming from because he's trying to look out for Natsume's feelings with that, and Natsume's just trying to look out for Natori's kind of well-being. So they're both coming from a good place, but I do think it's yeah, this is the best direction for that. But again, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day.